Hi Andy, thanks for taking the
Hi.
time to join me. Just wanted to ask you a few questions about our training together, and if you could tell people a little bit about your starting point, your health history, and why you were looking to work with a trainer initially.
Sure. I think there were several things that would play actually at the time. One was just as you get to a certain age, you need to exercise more just to keep things moving. And secondly, I was about 2 or 3 years into diagnosis with Parkinson's disease. And one of the most effective things with Parkinson's is exercise. So I knew that one of the things I needed to do was ramp up my exercise, and I do that by a combination of cardio, where I swim and I cycle, and have twice weekly sessions with Mike, where we work on strength, resilience, balance, and those kind of things. And so my overall goals are about actually keeping moving, keeping as fit as I can for as long as I can, and also generally being active, but working on strength and resilience.
Yeah, and you've done brilliantly, haven't you? You know, you're really active. You keep yourself fit away from our sessions as well, which is really important. You do most of your cardio. We tend to focus a bit more strength and flexibility, balance work, don't we, in our sessions? And then you do your
Right.
obviously your swimming and your bike away from that. So, but we can help sort of program all of that away from our sessions. So that works really well. What would you say the biggest sort of improvements you've noticed since we've been working together?
I think flexibility is a real key thing. I've got more flexibility in my muscles. Also, strength. I'm seeing much greater strength, particularly upper body strength, has been
Yeah.
particularly good. And energy. I mean, one of these things is if you do exercise, you feel much more energized. And again, something that's relevant to Parkinson's is mood, which is quite an important factor. And exercise improves mood. And I always feel a lot better after I've had a session with Mike.
Just yeah, it's often overlooked. A lot of people really focus on the physical benefits of obviously improving your flexibility, strength, cardiovascular, but yeah, boosting your mood up, energy levels, and sleep is another big one that people notice if they're exercising regularly. That can really help with that. So that's good. How have you found it working from home and sort of not needing a gym? And we've got some simple equipment we use, haven't we? But you don't
Yeah.
need too much equipment, do you, to actually get quite a bit stronger at home?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, a lot of people ask me that, and actually, I find it works very well. I have a mat, I've got a space, I've got a mat, and I've got a resistance bands, and with that, Mike has a sort of infinite source of ideas of what you can do with small number of resources that works extremely well. Yeah, I don't think there's any limitations. And the other thing that's actually worth noting is some people ask me the question about how does it work doing it online as opposed to face to face. And Mike's very good about watching very closely what I'm doing. So he's making sure that I'm staying in the right position and correcting positions, as well as making sure that I'm doing each exercise accurately. So that actually works very, very well.
Yeah. No, that's great. Thanks. And what would you say to people who are sort of sitting on the fence about maybe working with me, have maybe seen some of the stuff I'm doing, but are not sure about getting started? What would you say to them?
Well, I mean, I was a late starter with exercise. I've always done a little bit, but I've never really been as focused as I am now on it. So I'm a late starter. And one of the things I think is great about Mike's approach is he's very flexible in terms of dealing with people of I'm sure, different skills, different abilities, and different experiences in terms of exercise. He'll push you, but he does it in a very gentle manner. He's got an infinite array of exercises he can apply, and they're easy to learn, and he's a very good teacher. But I think the most important thing is he's actually very easygoing and very easy to deal with, work with. But he'll also give you that push, so you make sure you do actually push yourself, but well within the bounds of what makes sense.
Just yeah. No, that's great. Well, you've done amazingly well. We've been training together sort of just under 18 months, haven't we? And yeah, you've really boosted up all of your fitness measures in that time. And yeah, obviously our big focus is keeping the Parkinson's or delaying the detrimental effects of it as much as we can and working with that. So I
That's right.
need to do that. But thanks very much for your time today, Andy. That's brilliant. And
You're very welcome.
I'll
Take
see
care.
you next session.
See you next session.